I shall not fail.
Yeah, no chiz, man. Alright. Actually gonna take away dialogue shift showing us before we do it, because I like to just choose the dialogue I like and then to see what alignment it is after. It's just a little more fun that way. Take all the stuff. I feel like that's always a super fun fight though, because they're just peasants and they're so easy to kill, and you're just like bomb them and then everyone just dies. It's like never had more fun times using AoEs than that fight, honestly. Good stuff. Good stuff. We love it. Alright. Go talk to Tristan, sell some ish. He's over here. Thank you for coming. Unfortunately, I have bad news. I managed to find a couple cultists from the Kingdom of the Cleansed. The poor fellows were scared to death, but I comforted them and promised not to speak their names. Anyway, they left the capital fearing your wrath. None of them saw the first faithful after the fateful meeting. The scoundrel vanished into thin air, and with him, all meetings, sacraments, and talk of the goddess. It looks like the peculiar power of curses in the solar lance is, in fact, not connected to these lunatics. Anyway, we managed to get their barkers off the streets, and yesterday's fanatics have returned home to the families and honest work. Thank you for your help, Atlas. I will not leave you of my own accord until I repay for your kindness. Yay! We did it! Okay. I think... Oh, sorry, itchy back. I think it would be fun to actually talk to some of our companions, now that we kind of have the time to do so.
Let's head out.
Talk to some of our people.
How may I serve you, Your Grace? What exactly would you like to know?
Tell me about your past.
My story? Why not? You deserve to know it. I am a priest of Erastil, and Galt is my homeland. You can imagine what it's like following the teachings of the stag god in a realm torn by discord and strife. Rebellion and suspicion are the pillars of Galt. Led by Erastil, I tried to guide my flock to embrace tranquility and balance and guard them from hasty judgment, until I fell from grace myself. Foolish, foolish old Jod. My misdeeds cast a shadow over my life and service. In search of redemption and a balm for my soul, I took to the road. I had come nearly to despair when Erastil sent me a vision of the Temple of the Elk. I knew that very moment that the stag god had shown me the way to redemption.
What did you do to anchor Erastil?
Well, if you truly wish to know, I'll have to start from a long time back. Werewolves preyed upon the lands around my village. They murdered people for fun or sport and left the corpses to rot on the roads. One night, they broke into a young woman's house and dragged her into the streets. One evening, a traveler came to our tavern, tattered and dirty from days on the road, like so many others roaming Galt. He sat quietly in the corner of the tavern, drinking cheap ale, and in an instant, I knew he was a werewolf. I felt it in my soul. It was like Erastil himself had whispered it into my ear. Led by Providence, I left to gather my flock, and we surrounded the tavern. The retribution was swift. However, I was tragically mistaken. The young man was no werewolf. He was a bandit, sent to spy on the village by one of the local gangs. We only found out after, when we went through his things.
Still, you saved the village from another danger, did you not?
That's still no excuse for my actions. I was a fool. I made a grave mistake. And what's worse, in the eyes of my flock, I cast doubt on Erastil's greatness. A priest who can barely hear the voice of his god is a disgrace to his lord and himself, and corrupts the very people he would save. Whatever the case, I knew Erastil was no longer pleased with me. It was terrifying. And so I left and traveled far, seeking myself, and a way back into the favor of the stag god. And thus I found you, your grace, and thus Erastil has returned to me. For that blessing I shall be forever grateful to you. As you wish.
That's all. I just want to know about the people themselves. Alright, for the people that don't talk, like my companions, I'm going to just kind of like pause for a little bit at each thing that they say, and then I will, if you want to pause the video and read it, great, but if I sit here and read every little thing, it's going to take us forever. Tell me about yourself. Do you enjoy traveling? Do you know where you're going next? Of course not. You are my comrade in arms. I trust you completely. You called yourself the Chosen of Sarenrae. What did you mean by that? What brought you to these lands? You've come a great distance indeed. What do you think the future holds for these lands? What can you tell me of Sarenrae? What are the teachings? You make it sound like the followers of Sarenrae will try to find good even in a bandit with a knife to their throat. Are there any undeserving of mercy? I like this idea, even though following through with it demands a lot of spiritual strength. Alright, so like I said, if any of you guys wanted to read any of that, you can pause at different intervals and read it bit by bit, so we don't have to waste too much time. So you're an atheist. You don't worship any deity? Yeah. How's your wound? Okay. Tell me about yourself. Why were you sent to the Paladin Order of the Eternal Rose? What did they teach you in the order? Why did you leave the order? What did you do after you left the order? I bet your beauty inspired many people in the order. Thank you for your honesty. I understand you very well. You are a true friend who I can trust with my life. You know, you really are quite beautiful. You're a reliable friend and a worthy ally, but would be a crime to ignore your beauty. For the moment, yes, I'm not going to stalk you like your admirers, but I wanted you to know that I've noticed you. Ooh, conversation. Alright, we did Jihad, Tristian, and Valerie. Just gonna go make sure that like this stuff is food. Don't you think the disk of the eclipse reacted strangely? Alright, now I can send the sweet teeth off on tasks. Alright. Go weed out the gnarl marchers. Goodbye. Excellent.